Hi, it's Vicki with Mindful Minute, and today's reading, it is June 16th, and it's called The Step to Others. We wander and think no one will ever find us, and lifting our sorry head, we are next to each other. Mark Nepo. We imagine that so many conditions are prerequisite to finding love, when all that is required is that, like a man stepping from a boat to a dock, we step over a small gap that exists between us. Often there is nothing to prepare for, nothing to step up in advance, just to step over what separates us and to land in what is before us. But giving in to our fears, we widen the gap by creating conditions that must be filled before stepping toward another. This is how we invest in the building of credentials and lifestyles and bank accounts that are often distractions from the simple and essential need to be held. In this way, we move up and down and around, but seldom straight into what will give us love. To know love, we must do more than understand. We must land and enter before we step the gap to others. Seems like a canyon, but stepping anyway, the separations we move through look so much smaller once crossed. Often, the things feared once crossed turns out to be an unexpected bridge from which we can see who we were and who we are becoming. Center yourself and bring into focus the gap between you and others. As you inhale, bring more of others into that gap. As you exhale, extend more of who you are into that gap. As you breathe, let the lines of separation blur. And I think that one of the greatest parts of this is the gap to others seems like a canyon. But stepping away, the separations we move through look so much smaller once crossed. And I think things can seem so scary, and things we can all seem so different from each other. But when we look at it from a distance, it's not. It's so much more similar than what we really think. And I have truly experienced this in my life. There's an old saying that my parents used to tell me all the time, Vicki, don't make mountains out of molehills. And I could do that with almost anything. And it's because the fear of the unknown seems so much bigger than the reality of what it is. And I think when it comes to people and each other and not knowing what each other thinks, that chasm, that distance can seem so great when in reality it doesn't have to be, and it really isn't. It's that fear that gets us going, or it's that anticipation that gets me going. So I am extremely grateful for this reading. And then the meditation, I'm not sure if I read this, I don't think I did, is center yourself and bring into focus the gap between you and others. As you inhale, bring more of others into that gap. As you exhale, extend more of who you are into that gap. As you breathe, let the lines of separation blur. So please keep coming back. You can like, you can subscribe, you can check out my website. It's all around down here in the wonderful world of YouTube. And I hope you come back again. It's Vicki Rude with Vicki Rude Coaching. Thanks so much.